once again loses that last minion to her own minion. And yeah, that is something you definitely want to avoid as much as possible. So we're going to just get 3 minion waves here for free, no problems, and then get out of there, because you don't want to push too far in, because enemies tend to keep an eye out for, well, people that are pushing too hard, and they tend to gank that. And well, if you take that away from games like this, I'm already happy, because that makes you a better player than about, no, well, 60% of players out there. Because most people will just push and push and push because, well, there's a minion wave there and there's no enemy there. Well, you can't see every enemy on the map, so you don't know whether there's an enemy there. Wow, nice, or another nice kill there. And they are going to chase down this Lina. Come on. Yeah, she doesn't use her ultimate straight away because obviously she has no CC. But she has no way to kind of hold them in place while she tries to get things done. And yeah, now that she could hit 2 enemies, that was good enough, because both of them were really weak. And she knew that if she hit that on at least one of them, she could, well, finish them off with a blink into some auto attacks. And that went awesomely. Yeah, awesomely. Anyway, going over the items a little bit. Orchid Malevolence, it's an intelligence damage item. You can use it on a lot of champions because it's mostly for mana regen, and it gives you a silence, a 5 second silence. 5 second silence on a target with a pretty decent range, by the way. It gives you attack speed, so it's also useful on either agility champions or strength champions. But, well, the intelligence boost makes it also useful on, well, intelligence champions. It's mostly used for mana regen. And the bottle, we've seen that, gives you mana and health. This one also gives you mana and health. The magic stick is the first one, and then it becomes the magic wand if you upgrade it, which gives +3 to all attributes, which is excellent. And then the cloak, we've seen that, spell resist, so it allows you to go up against champions like the Queen of Pain, the burst casters, and it reduces their spell damage by quite a lot. Then the Lincoln Sphere, as you can see, +15 to all attributes, which is a huge deal. Gives you a lot of good stats. It gives you some HP regen, it gives you mana regen, and it gives you extra damage. Flat damage, so not based on your stats. But those, well, the 10 damage is good for anyone. It doesn't really matter what kind of champion you are. But yeah, you can see how the attack speed, by the way, from this item gives her a huge advantage in these kind of fights. She can attack really quickly. And look at that, it's just, yeah, it's just a feast here of kills. It doesn't really matter who it is. And the power threats, yeah, you can switch them between strength, strength, agility and intelligence. Most of the time we see them set to strength, because strength gives you HP, HP regen, and that helps you out quite a lot. But you can also set them to intelligence. Intelligence, of course, allows you to get mana regen, mana and mana regen, and nicely done, very nicely done. Yeah, it gives you mana regen, and then the agility gives you armor and attack speed. So all in all, it's all a very good deal. Yeah, it allows you to get a whole lot of things done with a small amount of items, especially those boots, really nice. Because you can switch between them, you get +6, I believe, only. +8, sorry, +8 only, so it's not like a huge deal, but +8 is actually pretty good if you see that some of these stats are just really low. I don't know the Queen of Pain herself, I don't know where she is. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Come on, Queen of Pain. Show me your stuff. Maybe if I hold it down? No. It doesn't want to switch because she is watching the clinks. And we'll see it soon enough. Wow, they actually got the kill there pretty nicely. And Ursa getting a double kill here. And is still alive. Well, at a pretty decent amount of HP even. And yeah, there comes the counter initiate from the anti-mage, who's spawning all kinds of... Someone is spawning all kinds of... I think that was a rune combined with the banish from Shadow Demon, I want to say. This guy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Yeah, Shadow Demon. So four clones out for the anti-mage. And anti-mage, of course, in some trouble. Or no, rather, he's not in trouble. He's putting some pressure on Undying, and Undying indeed went down to that. But Venomancer also goes down. So Queen of Pain really just picking off the enemies one by one, and oh, it's one of his skills. It must be one of his skills. There's no way he got another rune there. So double kill for the anti-mage, and yeah, I don't know the anti-mage well. I played him once, and I guess he requires a larger skill level than, or a higher skill level than I have, and that made it very hard for me to play him. Of course, he's not a really difficult hero. It's just that I'm not very good, and I will admit that immediately, because I kind of suck at this game. But that's because this is it's a hard game, man. It's a hard game in the beginning. Not because, well, first of all, you get overwhelmed by everything that's going on. But once you get past that, it's all good. And then you kind of learn more and more while you're playing. But still, most people that you play against will either know nothing about the game, or they will know a whole lot more about the game. And yeah, I don't know what I like the best, but I think I like it best when people can teach me something. So I like it when my allies at least can teach me something about the game that I didn't know before, and then I get better at it. Anyway, we have the Black King bar here, which is immunity to stun, slows, any form of CC. Stun, slows, silences, I believe. Yeah, magic immunity. As you can see, the duration is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And that means that the first time you activate it, it gives you 10 seconds of immunity. Then the second time you activate it, 9 seconds. The third time, 8 seconds, and 7, 6, 5, and then it stays at 5. But if you want to get back to 10, you can rebuy the recipe, recreate the item, if you will, and get another well, set of stacks on, so you will start at 10 again. Most of the time you will not need that, because most of the time after 5 team fights the game will be over. But yeah, you might want to do that. Obviously 10 seconds is a long time to not get stunned with someone like Queen of Pain, or even better with someone like Ursa, who of course does way more damage over time than Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain really bursty, and Ursa is more of a, yeah, I'll just keep attacking you kind of deal. So if you can't stun him, then he will just lifesteal back up to full health all the time, and that's just hard to deal with. So anyway, it seems that we're assaulting, well, 2 lanes here at the same time. So top lane and mid lane being attacked. Bottom lane is still pushed a little bit, but It's not pushed enough to, well, to push into our tower at least. So we can all stay here. The entire team is here. The entire enemy team is also here. And we're just going to have to back off because attacking uphill is always a problem because of the mist chance. And of course the enemies still have their tower up, so that makes it a little bit easier for them to defend. And all in all, here we go. The attack is coming in from the enemy team and they are doing a good job, but yeah, I think they're just too underfed. They just can't make it work. There you see the immunity to magic, the yellow spinning thing around him, and yeah, that made that he couldn't get stunned, and obviously did a good job there. So 4 guys for 1. The enemies did engage there, but it was just not good enough. So yeah, it's definitely a skill on him. Oh, maybe he has the... yeah, I think that's it. I think it's one of his items. We'll have to see if that actually is true. Yep, there we go. Manta style allows you to make 2 clones of yourself. And those clones have, yeah, add to your deeps. Your DPS, damage per second, for those of you who don't know. Probably all of you do know. And yeah, it allows you to just do more damage. Obviously, it sometimes allows you to do other things as well, such as scout around. But mainly you use them for extra damage. And that's exactly what Anti-Mage did right there. He tried to nuke down the queen, but the queen just blinked away and said, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." And we're picking up some more minions. As I said, bottom lane wasn't really pushed, so it now pushed into our turrets, still denying minions. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's really only useful in the early game, I guess mid game. By now it's not really useful to deny anything, because yeah, everyone is fed enough that 1 or 2 minion deny is not going to make a difference. Anyhow, we are going to grab this, I'm assuming. What's the cheese? Cheese? Hang on. Instantly restores health and mana. Okay. I have no clue why there was cheese on the map.
Double damage.
Oh, I really don't know. It restores a lot of health and mana, by the way. Did someone still have the Roshan thing? Of course I had the Roshan thing. I thought I timed out after 6 minutes. I have no clue. I have no clue. So the Gem of True Sight was there. I don't know if they picked it up. I assume so. And the Queen of Pain has Aghanim Scepter now, which means she has extra damage on her ultimate, and that makes her ultimate even deadlier. And well, with high mana cost, but reasonable cooldown. Now the cooldown is 40 seconds. Actually, yeah, so that was only 100 seconds early on. It said 160, but I must have been on another champion. Yeah. Was that? Yeah, that... I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Oh, the scepter cooldown is lower. Oh, okay. So the scepter cooldown makes that it's lower, and it now goes to 40 seconds. So she can basically use it every team fight. Not twice a team fight. I guess not a lot of fights last for 40 seconds. But if you use it straight away, you might actually have a chance to use it twice in a fight. And here we can see it. No, we can't see it. Shadowmans are not stupid enough to engage. Oh, maybe he is. And we're going to get 2 more. at the queens. And the queen is going to go in on this. Look, the Black King bar immediately getting the kill and getting back out. So Lina goes down. Of course, the Venomancer really doesn't matter. He is a support. He's useless anyway in the late game. He's there to protect his carry early on, but really at this point it doesn't matter anymore. He doesn't do anything. So yeah, the Queen of Pain getting focused quite hard there, and she is going to make it out no problem, but she is going to have to play a little bit carefully, obviously trying to help out the teammates, and this is the guy that is the biggest problem, and he is going to go down no problem this time. Queen of Pain all the way in the back, trying to find some more enemies, and not finding them because, well, they're kind of not there. So, are we going to get this guy then? Look at the slow, man. Insane slow. And another, there you saw it, the second ultimate coming in that that fight. But yeah, it takes too long to do two in one fight. But every time there is a fight, you should be able to ult with the Aghanim Scepter. And yeah, Queen of Pain, definitely a champion that you should try out. She's very good, as you can see. She just takes a little bit of practice, but not as much practice as some of the other champions. And yeah, I would refer to Invoker or Meepo or something like that. Meepo, by the way, is the most sold champion in the game. He's just ridiculous. Never play him in a serious game. The ultimate goes down, but he's not hitting anything. And we win! So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. And let me pause the game for a second and show you everything that you need or you may want to see. The builds, the gold, the difference in XP earned, and you can see that actually at some point the Radiant was ahead there, but here you will see that they were never really ahead. The gold earned, however, at about 2,000 here, so 2,500. That is not a big difference. 25,000, yeah, that is a big difference, but here they could have easily still come back. So at this point, 25-minute mark, they could have still come back, and that is quite amazing to see. I did not expect that, to be honest. Then, oh, we've seen this. Kill deaths, assists, last hits and denies. And you can see that even though this guy has way more last hits, he still doesn't have all the kills that she had because, well, he's still only at 8, she's at 24. But yeah, that has nothing to do with him being a bad player, that has to do with the rest of the team, of course. Hero level, you can see only 3 guys at 25, which is the max level. The rest are all way lower. Yeah, but this is support. These two are not, I don't know who this is. It doesn't matter. Support. I don't know who the other support is. No, I don't know. I think this guy. It should be this guy. Anyhow, hero level, XP per minute. He does have the highest XP per minute. So he was level 18, sorry, 25 the fastest. The current golds, that really doesn't matter. Net worth, that just, well, your entire ensemble, so your amount of gold plus your items that you currently have. Gold per minute. You can see that the queen lost some gold somewhere. And buyback status, whether or not you can still buy back into the game. And yeah, that really doesn't matter either. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.